I don't care much for redheads. Terrible tempers. But somehow it seems to suit you.
Shirley Bassey returns to deliver the title song, and, for its time, the sound is funky and also seductive, considering the fun fact that she was told to perform as if she were singing. Our story starts with the roaring rampage of revenge, where Sean Connery's Bond tracks down Blofeld, who's making clones of himself through plastic surgery, and kills him and his doubles. Or does he? From there, 007 goes on to Amsterdam, where he intercepts a diamond smuggler and takes his place. With the help of another smuggler, Miss Tiffany Case, he follows the pipeline and takes the diamonds to Las Vegas. One thing leads to another until the diamonds end up in a laser satellite trained on Washington, D.C., and it's up to Bond to stop it. Tiffany Case is the aforementioned diamond smuggler and our new Bond girl. She's a feisty type, and I'd like her more but for how she mucks things up every once in a while. Like this part during the climax.
I did it. I switched the tape in the machine.
You stupid twit, you've put the real one back in.
Come on. We're showing a bit more cheek than usual, aren't we?
Seriously, that setback makes the ending hard for me to watch. Still, she didn't know any better, and at least she's not as useless as Mary Goodnight, whom we'll see in a few films' time. On the other hand, we also have gold digger Plenty O'Toole.
Named after your father, perhaps?
By my call, Miss Plenty is the worst Bond girl ever. In terms of the plot, she's almost useless. Her death gets Case to cooperate with Bond, and that's about it. But I'm thankful she only has a few scenes to her name because her all smiles, tour guide Barbie girl delivery is just grating.
Exceptionally fine shot.
I didn't know there was a pool down there.
Our villain is, once again, Spectre's leader Ernst Stavro Blofeld, except he's been recast once more, and this time with hair. The new actor, Charles Gray, previously played Mr. Henderson in You Only Live Twice, thus starting a long-standing Bond tradition of actors who play characters who are killed off only to be recast in another film. Sadly, Gray lacks the serene menace of Donald Pleasance or the interest of Telly Savalas, and, by my call, was miscast as a bad guy. A number of other smugglers and assassins are secretly working for Blofeld, including Mr. Wint and Mr. Kidd, a pair of ambiguously gay assassins prone to finishing each other's one-liners.
If God had wanted man to fly,
He would have given him wings.
For what it's worth, in the Ian Fleming novel, their counterparts were explicitly stated as gay, no small feat for 1956. But in the film, their relationship isn't defined as such.
I must say Miss Case seems quite attractive. For a lady.
Either way, these guys are less than threatening and even lame, but depending on your patience, somehow enjoyable. Shirley Bassey returns to deliver the title song, and, for its time, the sound is funky and also seductive, considering the fun fact that she was told to perform as if she were singing about a, Goldfinger. Yeah. Kanye West sampled this song for Diamonds from Sierra Leone from his second album, Late Registration, and you should totally check that out. Back on point. Motifs in the opening credits include diamonds, natch, and low-light shots of women. Seductive, once again, but visually I'd have to say it's rather boring. There is great potential in the first two-thirds of this plot, I'll tell you that. The way Bond follows the smuggler's pipeline, going from one lead to another and outsmarting his opposition wherever possible, would serve well for a more hard-edged detective story, a la the original novel. And when Bond and Case unwittingly serve the purposes of the villain, they take responsibility and scramble to fix things. Then the laser satellite comes up and, while it's not a bad idea per se, it doesn't fit with the image the rest of the film set up. Or is it just me? At any rate, the campier elements of this film foretell of dark times ahead for the franchise, especially with the Spectre saga drawn to a close. Maybe switching out Bond's actor yet again will spice things up? Diamonds Are Forever scores 60%, a C-.
Oh, he's certainly left with his tails between his legs.